penny.
And we're on the path of trying to go after greatness. You don't get to dictate the test that's in front of you.
If the Celtics find their rhythm, all the pressure will then be back on New York.
Where my dogs at? Brilliant three-point shooting here for Boston.
Hey now, say now, murder by my end. Big face Buddha, get my peace from within.
Shooters have no memory.
Pointers, 20 for 40 in their Game 3 win. And Wendy, Joe Mazzulla said after Game 2 he liked the looks that the Celtics were getting, and so he wasn't going to change anything. We all kind of felt like it was just a matter of time before the Boston Celtics got going, and now they have.
Kinda. They're still a matter of time, because I know that it looked a lot better if you're a Celtics fan. But Jayson Tatum and Jalen Brown are not yet playing to their potential offensively, not even close. They were 15 of 37 in this game. Like, yes, Tatum especially hit some shots coming out of the gate, but they're still collectively, those two, shooting under 30% on three in this series, and between them only shooting 34% overall. So it was better. But if you're New York, you better expect them to get going even more, and you're going to need even more points, I think, at some point.
Well, it's not just the shooting of the Boston Celtics that could decide this pivotal Game 4. That sounds like a job for my sis, the queen of the tape. There's no one who is better at breaking down tape than Shanae.
Roll the tape. Oh, snap. This is my sister squad. I have something up my sleeve. Shh. Big Cali energy here at the Intuit Dome. We have a big cheat sheet on the Jumbotron. The biggest cheat sheet ever. Look at that finish. Turnaround 360. She has been they would have a 95.6% chance of winning the series. And if the Celtics win this game, Game 4, they would have stolen momentum and take back home court advantage. So New Yorkers, you might be a little nervous, but this is what you need to do if you're a Knicks fan. One, first of all, you cannot get into a big hole again. You cannot always play from behind. At one point of each game, they have been down by 20, by 20, by 30. They have to be able to keep it close in the first half, or at least try to win the first half. And then two, you need your role players, your X factors, to be stars in their roles. I don't think the Mitchell Robinson free throw situation is the end of the world, but he needs to be a bigger boost defensively than a liability offensively. And OG Anunoby, he had a playoff career high 29 in Game 1, but has only scored 7 points since. But if we're going to talk about scoring points, Karl Anthony Towns is truly the separator. He has stepped up his game on the other end, though, defensively, finally coming out of drop coverage. He has held the Celtics to 3 for 25 from the field when he contests a shot. That includes holding Jayson Tatum to 2 of 13 shooting, but offensively, he truly has the advantage versus an older Al Horford, versus a Kristaps Porzingis that is less than 100%. That is the scouting report for the Knicks. But most importantly, when you think about Karl Anthony Towns, y'all, he has only made 1 3 so far in the series. 1 3 over the last 4 games. He is the best shooting big man. His words, not mine. That has to show up. So you need role players being stars in their roles. You need to not be in a hole. You cannot dig yourself in a hole. And you need your all-star and all-NBA player to have a big night, Malika.
Well, the Celtics, they've been right at home, Shanae, in Madison Square Garden. They've been taking their shoes off, but wiggling their toes, as our friend Kirk would say, over the last century. They're 38-17 at the Garden in this span, which is better than their home record overall these last 25 years. So that's the Knicks and the Celtics.
Everybody on this team felt the same way about the first 2 games, so I don't think that was needed to be said. I think we all had the same type of energy. We all knew what was at stake, especially going down 0-2. I think everybody knowing that it's possible. They've gone down 0-3 or 3-1, whatever it is, and still made it to a Game 7 before. So I think just past experiences, yes, we've been through it. I don't think we necessarily have to talk about it, but I think everybody's on the same type of time and the same energy.
And senior NBA writer Brian Windhorst is back here with us, and you've been covering this entire series. The reigning champs finally look more like themselves in New York after 2 frigid shooting performances in Boston. What more can you share about the Celtics' momentum going into tonight?
They kind of look like themselves. I'm going to be honest with you. Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown really aren't untracked yet. If you watch the game on Saturday, yes, they made a few shots, specifically Tatum coming out of the gate and hitting a few threes early in the game certainly helped him out, but they're still both combined shooting under 30% on threes and only 34% overall. you know, Brown and Tatum did get those numbers up there in overall points, but they still shot under 40% as a pairing on in Saturday's Game 3. So if I were the Knicks, I would kindly advise that they get some more points, because at some point Tatum and Brown are going to have a breakout.
Yeah, Tatum and Brown still got some work to do. The Knicks, as you mentioned, still have an opportunity to go up 3-1 in front of their home crowd with a win tonight. What's their biggest concern as they look to put Boston on the ropes?
I know so much has been paid attention to the Celtics three-point shooting, but the Knicks are going to have to find a way to get some points. Jalen Brunson had amazing performances down the stretch of games 1 and 2, but overall, he is not himself in this series. Facing that great defense from Derek White, Drew Holiday, and others, he's shooting under 40% so far in the series. He's put up good point totals, but his efficiency is down. You know, he's only getting to the line 6 times a game. Last round against the Pistons was almost 10 times a game. So the Celtics are doing a really nice job holding him down. And look, OG Anunoby is 3 of 15 the last 2 games. Karl Towns is dealing with a hand injury right now. They need probably a transcendent performance from Jalen Brunson tonight just to get the points to compete with the Celtics.
Yeah, Drew. But we got another series heading to a Game 4. Let's take a look at today's electric moment, brought to you by Hyundai. Reminder how we got here. Game 3 between the Wolves and the Warriors. Anthony Edwards, he took center stage here. He had a few words to say to Gary Payton about Steph.
Y'all kind of get to a Game 6 and Wardell back.
That is the plan.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all know that that is the plan.
Points are they going over out there? Oh!
That is also always the plan for Anthony Edwards.
I don't know if Steph could stop that.
I don't know that anybody can stop that. I love when the bench reacts that way as well. And then going ahead here to the fourth quarter, 7 minutes to go. The Warriors up by 5. This is the type of game it felt like the Golden State Warriors needed to win. The Wolves had other plans. Julius Randle, excellent in this one, had a triple-double. And then a minute later, Edwards catches, shoots the 3. The Timberwolves take a 2-point lead. And then here, under 2 minutes to go, Edwards' 3 is no good here. And then that one he gets to go. Edwards, game high 36 points. Minnesota goes on to win 102-97. Game 4 tonight is on ESPN. Young Masuk is on hand for this one. The Warriors, they're going to be without Steph Curry yet again in this one. How are they preparing?
Malika, Steph was on the floor for shoot around this morning, but obviously did not participate. He is scheduled to be reevaluated on Wednesday, and as our Sean Stirani has reported, Game 6 likely is going to be the earliest possible return, because he has only really done some light running, some light shooting, no cutting. He hasn't been cleared for contact, and really no sprinting. So the formula, Steve Kerr said he's looking for a formula to win without Steph Curry, and it's going to have to go through Jimmy Butler again. He logged 43 minutes, and Jonathan Kuminga. Those two had their best game together on the floor at the same time with a combined 63 points. Now, Steve Kerr said from his experience, he likely is not expecting 63 points from those two again, but other guys are going to have to step up. Brandon Podziemski, who has struggled to shoot, he needs to bust out of a scoring slump. And look, defensively, he loved what he saw. They held the Wolves to 84 points with 4:38 to go, and that is when Draymond Green fouled out. They need Draymond Green on the floor. The margin for error is so razor thin without Steph, but Jimmy did say, we know we have confidence we can win without Steph. I'm not going to tell any of my guys entering Game 4 that we need to play desperate.
Yeah, Draymond Green fouled out. Kevon Looney fouled out of this game. I mean, we're hearing whooping and hollering somewhere through your microphone there, Ohm. So clearly the Golden State Warriors are ready for this one. Thank you so very much. Enjoy the game. All right, that's the NBA playoffs. In the W, in case you missed it, here's Sabrina Ionescu just casually hitting half-court shots at her alma mater, the University of Oregon.
What a flex.
She's making her return as the Liberty. They're set to play their last preseason game against the Toyota Antelopes of the Women's Japan Basketball League tonight.
The WNBA has won the preseason with stars returning home. I love
it. LSU going back to the University of
What's your favorite team? Comment below, and if you liked the video, please leave a like. This really helps the channel grow and brings you even more content. Oh, and if you're not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Click the subscribe button and activate the bell to receive all notifications. With each game, we notice that the NBA is getting more competitive every day, and all the teams are looking for reinforcements to win the championship. And only here can you follow your favorite team daily with incredible content from different sources. Here on the channel, there are new videos every day with analysis, curiosities, and the best moments in basketball. That's it for today, folks. Thanks for following along. The NBA doesn't stop, and neither do we. Until the next video. NBA, the passion that connects us.